it is going to be next. Roxy's top of the order.
Okay.
And Uthal, you get a natty 20 for your next, whatever. Thank you so much, old Mr. Frodo, for that one.
Mr. Frodo.
Mr. Frodo, between Werewolf and Frodo. Thank you so much, guys. And of course, Rage Strike with the monster. What you thinking, Roxy? So there's a huge creature. Oh, actually, no, it's a medium creature now. It was huge 5 seconds ago until people just started like doing all kinds of crazy shit to it.
I think I'm gonna do another guiding bolt just at spell level 1 though, to avoid. Yeah, I'm just gonna do another guiding bolt just at level 1 though. So
yeah, level 1 bolted.
So,
Are you doing this on the medium creature?
Yes.
Okay.
So
And you're still like 15 feet away from it.
Yeah.
Well, technically 20, but.
And I had the nat 20, right?
Yep, I think you did.
Okay.
You guys got to keep track of those.
I did. Okay.
And that would be. Now you don't have any more, right? Like that would be it.
Yes. So.
I think Ardoth is the one with a ton of them.
Yeah.
He's like, yes.
Be right back, guys. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine, Beth.
Let's see. 46. Oh.
is 46 the base damage?
No. Oh yeah, it is. But roll the put the thing in the chat first so people can see it.
My apologies.
2 times potency.
2 times potency and crit.
Yeah, so you actually do another 4d6.
Another 46?
Wouldn't
And
it
then-
be another 12d6?
Yeah, so it would be another 4d6 for your normal attack because you crit, and then you would do another 8d6.
Give me a second. For some odd reason, my thing.
So
decided to
12.
crash.
Yeah, so you need to roll a 12d6. Oh no, did Baz? Oh, he just covered up his camera. Okay, cool.
And my browser crashed. Give me a moment.
That's fine.
Apologies.
Damn, I think you're gonna you're definitely gonna kill it. So, I mean, you've already killed it with the 21, but you can overkill it. I just want to see how much damage you're gonna do. But yeah, roll it when you get a chance. Roll it and then tell us what happens. Because yeah, you for sure kill it. It was barely hanging on before.
Oh. This is why too many chords is a bad thing. Touch one and everything falls apart. Okay.
I gotta remember to tell Baz he has another natty 20.
Okay, so another
12d6. So roll me 12d6 to see how much damage you do.
Oh boy.
That is insane.
Oh my god.
You do 69 giggity damage to this guy. Tell us what happens as you murder it.
I imagine as Roxy's casting it, she's just like, alright, so the last one was strong, so hopefully this one will be just as strong. And she cast it, and as it's dissolving, she's just like, yep.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on, but
you cast this spell so perfectly. The lightning bolt that forms out of it, it looks like one of, you know, when you see like a lightning bolt image, it's like that perfect lightning bolt. You never really actually see that all the time, but this time you see this perfect lightning bolt and it comes shooting out and like the sparks just come flying from it, and it is the most beautiful thing. It is radiant and gorgeous, and all of you can see it. It pierces in the center of this creature, and it just stands there for a moment going in. It pierces straight through the back end of it, this giant bolt, and just explodes, and the creature just shatters into pieces before all of you. That is insane. I didn't even get to use it yet. I was kind of excited. I hulked him out.
I'm really glad you didn't.
Because he was already doing a lot of damage before. And it is going to be Ardoth's turn.
Roxy is gonna look at Ardoth like, what did you just... Why am I doing
and yeah,
this?
I do want to give a shout out. I don't remember if I did, but the reason why that creature split into two was because Rage Strike's donation earlier. I was just trying to find a perfect time to do them. I was like, I'll do them on their turns. So, yeah, Ardoth, what would you like to do? Oh, no. Roxy just went. It's Uthal's turn. Sorry, Uthal. I skipped you.
Okay.
You're sitting on top of this sprouting water that's like formed from the ground, and you're up on top, about 7 feet up, and you're just sitting on top of it, holding your staff.
Just getting soaked.
There are hors d'oeuvres floating in the water below you.
Okay, so
I like to imagine that you're sitting on the tray, the hors d'oeuvre tray, like on top of the water. Oh, and Baz, note you have a natty 20. That is thanks to old Mr. Frodo.
I can't guess. I can reach with that. So I'm going to cast. Oh, it split into 2, didn't it?
There is water for someone saying lightning bolt. Isn't there water? There's water like 60 feet away from where they are. The water that Uthal's sitting on is like 60 feet away from the other battle that was happening over there. Uthal's like in his own little world right now. What you thinking
so
up
do
there?
they both look equally weak, or do they just look? I'll
looks
just choose
like
the left.
it was a large creature, and now it's 2 medium creatures. So it looks the same. It looks the same as it did before, but now it's smaller.
Okay, I'm gonna use Chill Touch on the one that's on the left.
Okay.
Throw that in chat, and I'll roll the attack. And this is gonna be with the nat 20 that I have.
Did you put something in the chat?
It should have gone in the chat.
I didn't see anything. I just see Uzal Ice Slayer, and then I don't see what you...
Oh, weird. I'll just do... Maybe it's because I had the gear open.
Ah, there we see it now.
So that's a nat 20.
Roxy, you get a natty 20 thanks to old Mr. Frodo.
Thank you, Frodo.
No, I didn't need to scroll down Rage. He legit just it didn't post it in chat. I promise.
Yeah, it failed.
Yeah.
And then there's the second damage from a crit.
Oh. Create a ghostly skeleton hand in the space of a creature. So this hand comes out.
Yeah, it flies out of my staff and latches onto the left one.
Okay. On a hit. 11 does not hit, so it doesn't actually latch on.
I used a nat 20. I had a nat 20.
Yeah. Did you roll me extra damage for the crit then?
Yeah, that's the d8 that follows it.
Okay, cool. So it does 12 damage. Hell
12 necrotic damage, and it can't regenerate health until the start of my next turn.
Sweet. Yeah. You see this necrotic hand come up and grab it, and it actually pulls and rips off like half the creature. And the creature's just like, it's now a small creature. And
my size.
Yeah, it's your size. And it is going to be, unless you want to do a bonus action of any sort.
No. I'm good.
Okay, it is going to be Ardoth's turn then. Ardoth, the creature before you is dead now. It got a lightning ball went through it and just exploded.
Okay.
You see 2 creatures to the right of you that are kind of like walking forward, but they look like they don't really know where they're going. Like they're kind of like angry, and one of them's tiny now, or not tiny, small.
Okay. So the 2 of them, I'm assuming they're both affected by
wisdom
the
saving.
prismatic. Yeah.
Only one of them is, but yes.
Okay.
So it needs to do a wisdom save, you said?
Yeah. Because it's from the helm, it's DC 18.
Yeah, it does not save.
So
was it the left or right one? I know we should have said that before. We'll let you pick.
On a 1, it's left.
Did anything get posted? Okay, 2. So it's a right. Yeah, so the larger one, that's actually probably better than the larger one. The one that was medium sized now vanishes, and it actually goes back to its plane that it came from, and where it just came out of a tear in the wall, and you're left with a small fire elemental.
Okay.
And you still get your turn, right? That was just a bonus thing that happened.
Yeah. Okay, so the only spell that I can actually cast right now
I'm watching the chat. Frodo's like, what can I donate for? And Werewolf's like, how about 10 more threats? And Nate's like, no.
Please no.
Yeah, no.
They're all like, I need a rest.
Me.
I've
Well,
already
I get
got
to
a
choose
spells,
when those.
but dude.
I get to choose when they happen. Obviously, I haven't been throwing them at you guys as quickly as they come.
Yeah. Okay.
Oof.
Yeah, the small fire elemental can make a DC 13 wisdom save, please.
Ooh, I don't think it can even pass, but we'll try. No, it starts laughing, right? What do you say to it?
No. This is vicious mockery.
Oh, this is you talk smack to it. What do you say to it?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to hear.
This is normally a bard type cantrip, but the way it manifests for Ardoth is he starts speaking words in what to most people is a strange language. For anyone other than the target, he's just speaking words. But for the target, for where he's directing the magic, those words start to sort of like echo and resonate in the mind and build up. And if they can't resist the effect, it's almost like these endless echoes in their mind of these words.
What are the words that it's hearing?
They'll be in deep speech.
It can't actually understand it. It only understands Ignan. But what is it? What are you saying to it so that we as like viewers understand?
Like
what are the words in English that you're trying to say?
Yeah.
To the creature, it sounds like you're saying because like deep speech is kind of like that gross sound like that. So that's what you're saying to the creature, and the creature's just hearing that over and over again. It's like. And he's just like hearing it over and over and over again, and the creature's like putting its hands on its head like and shaking it, and you just see like this elemental like slowly moving, and like the flames are kind of motioning. What are you saying to it?
Yeah. Surrender to the inevitable, I think is what it would be.
Okay.
And so he only takes 1 damage, but his next attack roll is going to be with disadvantage.
Ooh, okay. His next attack roll is at disadvantage. Remind me of that, so I don't forget. Keep me true to my word.
Yeah,
I don't always remember all those things. All right, and then it is going to be Baz's turn.
So there's just one left, which is a little ways away now.
It is from you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 25 feet away from you. So you could totally get to it. And it is now a small creature. It's no longer a medium creature.
Yeah, I think that he Terminator walks up to it and lifts his axe up. And...
Yeah. And you natty 20 it, right?
Did I have another?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when you came back, you had a natty 20.
All right.
So roll me that, and then roll me the damage double because you crit. Oh God. Roll me the damage again, and then roll me the extra 2d6, right, for your crit.
I forgot to add my strength to that second roll. Oh wait, no, never mind.
It did. It added.
Yeah.
It.
I just
the
rolled poorly.
Strength shouldn't be doubled though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it's actually 13 plus 10, or 13 plus. What was the roll that you got here?
Plus 2, I think.
13 plus 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, 13 plus 2, so 15. So 20 damage. Yeah, you kill it. Tell me how you kill this.
I think that he steps up and he like towers over it, like there's his shadow falls over it, and he just lifts.
As it's holding its head, freaking out.
And then he lifts the axe up and gives him a shiny grin. I think you would see its like own reflection in his teeth.
Oh my gosh, yeah, your teeth are so bright, it's like illuminating, and the creature's like, oh. Love it.
And then it watches the axe fall on itself.
And there it falls as the axe like crushes into it, and you hear like the crunching sounds. The rocks come apart, and the flame that it once was, this tiny flame, slowly dwindles, and darkness consumes the creature as it falls to bits and pieces on the ground. And you are finally all out of combat for a moment. I like to use the rule, this is a house rule. You can take a 5, basically. You can roll 1 hit point, 1 dice, hit point dice, if you'd like during this rest. You can't do anything else in it. It's not like a short rest, but that is one thing that I house rule will allow. So if you want, roll that hit die now. There's actually a hit die on your thing that you can hit. And take that HP as your HP. If you're max HP, then obviously don't do that, because that doesn't make any sense. You can't get more HP. I think that's Roxy. Roxy hasn't taken any damage.
During this take 5, do I spot the crystal that Van dropped when he dropped me? The map?
The crystal that Van dropped. You don't spot it. It disappears with Van. The great axe that Van had and the crystal that he had are gone.
He had dropped the crystal, though.
He did?
It was on the ground next to me when I fell out of his pocket as a map.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that would be closer to Ardoth, actually, where he is right now. Because that's where that interaction with when he was that big hole that's there, or whatever, that wall of earth and shit that's in the middle is over by, it's in between Baz and Ardoth.
Okay.
So yeah, one of you guys could grab that if you want. And the great sword, I think Van has. So the great sword is gone that Van had.
I'd like to recover the crystal if no one stops me.
Does anyone stop him?
No.
Yeah, you grab the crystal. Write it down that you have it. Unless you guys spend time to identify it, you don't know what it is, or if you try to use it, then I'll let you know. But otherwise, you don't know. You don't know what it does. Cool.
Well,
Yeah,
I know,
Buzz. Oh, good.
I know one thing I want to do once this sort of like 5-minute rest is over. Ardoth is going to try and get rid of the ice that's clumping up on him, and there's something that I missed on when reading the Helm of Brilliance. As long as the helm has at least 1 fire opal, you can use an action to speak the command word and cause one weapon you're holding to burst into flames. So I'm assuming I still have my quarterstaff in hand. So my quarterstaff suddenly bursts into flames, and hopefully that starts melting the ice for me.
Yeah, sure. And it'll also start melting your quarterstaff. If you're okay with that, yeah.
The flames emit a bright light in 10-foot radius, dim light for an additional 10 feet. The flames are harmless to you and the weapon.
Oh, okay, yeah. Caveat, nice. Yeah, that is awesome. Woo! You are lucky that that's the thing. Yeah, so you guys just see this... Ardoth has blocks of ice around his hands, and the one that had the staff in it... now the staff is like burst into flames, and the whole entire staff is, and all around his hands, the ice starts slowly melting. Your left hand is still, or whatever your non-dominant hand is, or are you two-handing the staff?
No, I would
assume you'd one hand, because you used one hand to like cast.
Casting.
Yeah, so only one of your hands is free, but the other one is still in an ice block, but you can, swap, you can figure out something from there.
Yeah, I can just turn the staff and rest it on the other ice block.
And at that point, Baz, roll me a 1d10,000. And now you guys are free. You can do whatever you want. You're out of combat.
Is one of us still a fountain?
I'm on a fountain.
He's sitting on top of
I came down from it.
Unless
I came down from it to get the crystal.
Oh, yeah, he came down to get the crystal, so...
I think Roxy at this point is kind of just sitting on the ground, just like taking a breather.
8. Yeah, I would assume so. You guys just had the longest fight. You probably... Yeah, the people around you, so 8, okay.
Do they start clapping, or
oh
do they
my
start
god.
moving? Oh no.
Oh my god, this is interesting. Baz, a new religion arises to condemn the purveyors of wild surges. What religion is this? This is on you. While you're deciding on that, I'm going to explain what's happening in the town. So think about it for a little bit, and then you can. This is a religion that you are creating. Okay. Yeah, and honestly, you might have the townspeople following you because they just witnessed you guys fucking just do insane feats. The people that were hiding along the edges start peeking around, and like the ones who were watching start cheering, and like the townspeople, some people are like afraid of you, but others are like excited about what is happening, and you just hear cheering coming from all different directions, and some people are clapping, and you hear some clanging of like somebody's taking like a spoon and smacking it up against like a plate. That's what it sounds like. And yeah, the townspeople are just freaking out. Some of them are like bringing out some food for you guys. Some of them have brought out trying to like mend your wounds if you have some, but none of them have like potions or anything like that, so they're just like using bandages and trying to help you. They've ushered you into the inn again, and the barkeep and the barmaidens are like kind of shooing some people away, and like the one table that's still semi intact, they're like motioning you guys to sit down at it, and like there's a ton of tables that are still like broken, and the town is slowly trying to recover. You see people outside are now like trying to patch up things, sweeping up stuff and cleaning up the town now that the chaos has ensued. You see two dwarves sitting looking at these this earthen dome that are like spear that has arisen from the ground, and are like looking at it like, how should we get rid of this? It's in the middle of the fucking street. And that's currently what's happening as you guys are going through with the rest of your evening. You're very tired, let's put it that way. It is getting late and dark. It's probably like 11 p.m. at this point. Baz, what's the new religion against the wild surges?
I think since this whole thing is that he's trying to like regain his honor and all that, I believe that they will be called the Redeemed.
The Redeemed?
Yeah.
Like the Redeemers?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. A new religion forms, and it is called the Redeem. The Redeem? Am I saying that right?
Redeemed.
The Redeemed, okay.
Yeah.
The Redeemed.
Yeah, I think it's all about how, like, you can find a way to redeem yourself. And I think that he thinks that maybe the gods, intervened with this thing that happened. So, if you try to redeem yourself, he believes that the gods will help you in some way. They'll, give you a magic axe or something. Yeah,
so as you guys are sitting here eating a meal that looks like it's been like put together for you all, there's other people that are slowly coming together. There seems like an artificer is bringing in like new tables and chairs and taking the old ones out. There's still a roof that's missing up above, and you see that same artificer who's dropped off some new chairs and new tables, taking the old wood, and they're slowly like cleaning up the space. And once that's kind of like calming down, and they've been getting rid of most of it, you see that same person talking to the barkeep, or what seems to be the barkeep. Basically, it looks like he also may be the innkeeper, like he might own this place, from the conversations and how he's been treating you all. And as that's going on, you hear Baz sitting at the table with you, and there's people kind of listening in on it, and Baz is like, speaking very loudly and proudly about the Redeemed, and like how the gods have shined upon us today, and kind of rallying people around and inspiring them. And if you don't have inspiration, you all have inspiration now.
And he's like, making sure to show off that sword that he had that had vindication written on the blade. So that is like his holy symbol now.
Cool. Yeah, and there's quite a few people who are very interested in what you have to say. There is like someone sitting in the back who's been listening that does not approve of what you're saying. You can see by the look on their face, like you're mocking the gods, and he's mumbling underneath his breath. Is there anything else you guys would like to do tonight besides probably taking a long rest, is my guess?
Well, Uthal's finally gonna greet the party and introduce himself.
Yeah, go ahead. RP. I'll let you guys RP.
So as we're sitting down to eat, before you start telling your stories, Uthal's probably going to be like, well, I am Uthal. I was much taller.
Roxy's just gonna look. Roxy's gonna just look down at you, just like, I don't believe you.
Who are all you?
The name's Roxy.
Good to meet you.
Pleasure.
Ardoth is a single word he speaks, and then Roxy hears in her mind, it's true, he was actually taller.
It's true, he was actually taller.
She's gonna think again. I would like to see this.
And I'm Boz.
Good to meet you all and fight next to you.
Roxy,
So
roll me a 1d 10,000. Well, you guys can keep talking.
Uthal's not a man of many words, so he probably stops talking at this point.
If there's food in front of Roxy, she's just eating. She doesn't really care.
Yeah, you guys have a meal in front of you for sure. If you're still in eating.
Yeah, no, she's tired, so it's just like food right now. That's all she's thinking about right now, is just food.
Okay, write this down on your sheet, Roxy. All birds within 1 mile. Wait, no, I don't think this is. I think it's right now this happens. All birds within 1 mile erupt from the spell's target point. So actually, don't write it down. You don't need to write anything down. It's nighttime.
Are there
So it's probably like owls and stuff like that, and maybe some birds that are sleeping. Yeah, within 1 mile radius. So you guys probably hear the sounds, like everyone hears these sounds of just like a high-pitched bird noises that are just like loud. I'm not gonna do them super close to the microphone, but it's just this loud sounds, and just like you don't know what's happening, but there's just this loud echoing of like the sounds of birds all throughout for like a good 5 minutes, and then silence. Some people are like getting out to look at what's there, and like people are looking around, they don't see anything. There's people in the street looking out. There's people who like were sleeping and now they just woke up because they're like, what the fuck is that? It sounded ridiculous, but you don't know what happened.
I mean, there's probably not too many birds around, since all the vegetation for a mile is also invisible.
Yeah, that's true.
They're just gonna come back and be really confused if they have a nest.
I don't think it includes cooked birds, Wary Wolf. I think it's all like live living birds.
That'd be terrifying, just eating a turkey leg and just hearing that thing caw.
So, if the party does not seem to keep speaking to Uthal, he's gonna dismiss himself to go find a room to sleep in for the night.
Yeah, the innkeeper has already provided you rooms on the house. Like, you don't even have to pay. Originally, you had all, you know, probably come there to probably stay and sleep the night. But yeah.
Okay.
You don't even have to spend money on it.
Uthal still gives him 1 GP.
Oh.
What'd you say?
Uthal still gives him 1 GP. 1 gold.
Okay. So you guys are just gonna rest for the night? Nothing else that you guys want to do? No RP?
I think I'm gonna pull Art off this. Roxy's gonna pull Art off the side and basically ask him
Ooh.
why her spells were.
No,
why
it's not
was
even
hers-
that. It's not about spells. Like right even now, as you stand near him, you feel the urge to be near him. Like you feel something calling to you to be close to him. It's like your symbol on your necklace. When you touch it, it feels even stronger. When you touch like the pauldron near you, like there's something that is drawing you to him. That you feel like Helm is calling you together.
Okay. She's gonna pull him aside and ask if he's been blessed by Helm.
Yeah, go ahead and RP it.
Okay.
So be like, hey,
So
can we talk for a moment, type of thing. Yeah.
okay. Ardoth, that was your name, right?
Ardolf nods.
So this might seem weird, but are you the religious sort by chance?
He seems to stop and think about that for a moment. And will reply telepathically, not in the terms you would use.
Yeah, Roxy, before he was speaking to you with his mouth, now he doesn't move his mouth, but you hear inside of your head, it's loud, and it sounds like his voice is like in your head, and you hear him respond.
Mm.
You can respond back telepathically as well, right?
No, it doesn't. If a creature has telepathy, yes.
Okay.
This is specifically a class feature which is one way.
Oh, okay. It's not from the... that's right. I'm thinking of the telepathic helm. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Would you by chance know who Helm is?
That's a very good question.
Roll me
Would I know
religion.
who-
And if you have a natty 1 or natty 20, we use that first. You don't even have to roll it.
Yeah, I do.
Does that leave you with a natty 1 left?
No. I have both nat 20s and nat 1s.
You've
So
two?
I had a nat 20, then I got given 2 more nat 20s and a nat 1. So I currently have 3 and 1. I think I'll use a nat 1 on that.
Yeah, you don't know. Go ahead and answer them.
Yeah. Again, assume unless I say otherwise that any response Ardolf makes is going to be telepathic.
Sounds
No.
good. She kind of looks a little like flustered, like, oh. Whether you believe it or not, I think you may be blessed. There's something about you that's just magnetic. I think you may have a blessing of a god and not realize it.
Yeah, actually, for your feature from the Wild Surge, rename that to Blessing of Helm. You now know that that's what you were given. Or
Okay.
you might not believe it quite yet, but that's what you have, and that's why any cleric that's near you that also worships Helm feels that.
Okay. Is it just going to be specifically Helm, or is it going to be any cleric?
We'll say any cleric.
Just okay, but it's
Specifically
it is
Helm, that is blessing
Okay.
them. So it's
Yeah,
basically a
that's-
way for Helm to push his word, which is interesting because now you have another religion that Bass is trying to push, which is the Redeemed.
Oh, man.
Inter-party religious turmoil. Politics never goes wrong.
religious
Oh, no.
debate, theology.
Theological baits never
Continue
end
with
horribly.
your RP. Sorry.
Ardolf is taking a closer look at you when you say that, or after you said that. and just asks, "Why do you think so?"
I don't know really how to explain it. It's just, there's just something about, like, whenever I would cast my spells, they've never done that. Like, I've never casted a perfect lightning bolt like that or anything like that. It just seems like there's something magnetic about you, and it just makes me feel more powerful.
I want to make something lewd joke, be like, just wait till you see me naked.
I was waiting for the lewd joke. I honestly was waiting for it.
Sorry.
I was waiting for it.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's fine.
So he tells you that there's something magnetic about you.
Yeah. To which Ardoth's response would be, "I am not a magnet. I also did not do any of this," and he will actually gesture at the inn around them.
Yeah, the roof of the inn is missing. Like I said before, people have just been coming in and cleaning. Like, the inn is the most important part of the town. It is where most people have their meals, where most people come and like rest after a good day's work. So the townspeople are working together to fix it. Like I said, the local artificer has already been like working on plans to fix the roof. He normally deals with like ship stuff, but now works in the town, and you've probably like heard things from people talking. And he works in the town now and has been here for probably 3 or 4 months, and he's just been like helping out because there's been a lot of like weird shit happening here, and he was drawn here from work because obviously they're looking for heroes and looking for people to come help. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think Roxy is gonna get a bit closer, and she's just gonna look at you and just, well, whether you believe it or not, I do believe you're blessed, but if it's alright, would you mind if I stick around you? Because it seems like there is something about you, and I'm rather curious.
This is like a weird pickup line.
Yeah, no, she's completely socially inept, so it's fine.
The question is, does Roxy just feel attracted to him because of the magic, or is she also attracted to him in any way?
I think it's more of a curiosity type deal. Like it's not anything like romantic as
yet. I will make it.
Yeah, no, not yet.
Challenge accepted. No.
I have my shipping book near me. I can write this down. It's fine. But yeah, no, it's
love. Harley Quinn says.
Yeah, but okay. Yeah, right now it's more of a curiosity of why he seems to be blessed. But
do you want to say anything else to Roxy, Ardoth?
Sorry, what was the last thing Roxy said?
She asked if she can stay close to you.
Oh, yes.
If
yeah.
He's okay with it.
Yeah, insight, you don't think that there's any malicious reasoning behind what Roxy is saying. Like, Roxy seems genuinely to be really curious about what it is that is drawing her to you, and she truly does feel like there's something about you that makes her stronger. And part of that makes you curious too, because you were drawn to this place as well.
Yeah, okay. Technically, that shouldn't have had advantage, and it would have been one of my nat 20s, but yeah, okay.
Yeah. Or you're using a nat 20? Yeah, it has to be a nat 20.
Yeah, I have to.
Mm-hmm.
But...
yeah, and actually, Ardoth, as you stand there, and you're the one who gets visions, right?
No.
That was Frank's character.
That was Frank's character. Yeah. Okay. No, you get dreams, right? Yours is the dreams.
Yes,
Okay,
Ardoth gets dreams of strange and bizarre creatures,
Yeah. Oh, very cool.
and has a book that writes down his dreams in exacting detail.
Cool.
Yeah. So Ardoth will reply, "We were to go hunting plants. You are welcome to join us."
Roxy's face seems to brighten up a bit, and she's just like, "Okay." But I think I'm gonna retire. All that battle and stuff kind of left me a bit tired.
If Boz is within earshot of that, I think he turns to Ardoth and says, "But what of the small one who had the list?"
Oh, Band. Band had the list, yeah. He took the list, it's
Yeah,
gone.
he did.
It's disappeared.
Not the list.
But technically, anything that Ardoth was saying was telepathic direct to Roxy.
Oh, that's right. Right.
Yeah. So
Guess I don't.
yeah, we'll work that out in the morning.
I think he still might approach Roxy, though. Well, I think first he stops by Uthal, like clasps him on the shoulder and tells him, "We will find a way to fix this."
Thank you.
Aw.
I
That's
look
so
up at
sweet.
him and say thank you.
He nods and walks on to Roxy and looks at her for a few seconds, tilts his head, and he says, "Which god sent you?"
Helm.
Helm. He nods. And I think Helm is going to be one of the gods that I guess is important in his religion, because obviously he sent this person to save them.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna try to like get Roxy to change her ways. I think when it comes to religion, you kind of all know this. It is a touchy thing for a lot of people. Those who like are very heavily into their worship are much harder to change. So it's kind of one of those things where you have to get them to slowly understand the will of your god, or to show them the miracles of your god. Whereas others who, if they're in between and they're not sure, they're probably easier to sway. Whereas people who are kind of, they don't believe in the gods, they're probably the easiest to get to turn.
Well, I think that he's not trying to change Roxy's beliefs, but to incorporate them into his own religion, because his isn't so much that he believes in a new god or anything, but he believes that the ones that already exist were helping and will help the people that want to be redeemed. So I guess
Okay.
Helm is now a part of that, and he believes Roxy to be someone who is sent specifically by Helm to help with his cause.
Cool. All right. I like that. Cool. So you're like, perhaps Helm has sent you to help the redeemed.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. Like, you guys have a party name. Like, your party is the Redeemers or something like that. I like it. Cool. I love this. I like that we had all this chaos and we culminate to this nice, calm RP. Oh, my heart. Yeah, as you guys retire for the evening, unless there's anything else anyone would like to do.
Like to mention that the town's probably flooding.
Yeah, the dwarves that, like, they were trying to figure out what was going on with that pillar that like circular pillar that just like formed in the thing. They're also like looking at this water spout. There's now been built around it like a little like well type of thing with bricks, and there's a contraption that's pouring the water into buckets, and there's like basically 3 people that are like working in a station. Like one person's filling up a bucket, the other person's carrying the bucket, the other person's emptying the bucket. So they're like actually taking this water, and it's actually helping the town. Like not only have you guys brought all this, they've now they're getting water. The problem is that the vegetation in the area is still gone. So food is a bit of a problem. There's a couple of farms that are missing some things, and you guys are going to find out more about that in the morning. But right now it's evening, so it only just happened, so people are kind of just freaking out in their houses. Like anybody who owns a farm or something is probably like losing their shit right now.
Just to clarify on that, is the vegetation actually gone as in not there, or is it just invisible and people are still doing stuff like walking into trees?
Exactly, it's invisible.
Right, okay.
It's still there. They just, people are walking into trees, totally. Or like they can feel like the vegetation, they can pick it up, but they can't see it. Like it's this weird thing.
Can you imagine if the farmers sort of like harvested the grains or whatever, and you were delivered a meal and it's like invisible? You just given what appears to be an empty bowl.
Yeah.
Or chunks of it are invisible.
He's like, no, trust me, there's food in that bowl. Like, give me the 5 silver. I promise you that is a meal. And you're like,
It's there.
It's there. You're like, what the fuck? Yeah, apples fall from trees and knock people out. They're like, who hit me? I love it. That's pretty good, Frodo. All right, as you guys go for a rest, Baz, you go and sleep. You fall asleep in your bed, and as you're sleeping throughout the night, midnight, not midnight, like in the middle of your sleep cycle, you start to have this dream. It's like right when you get hit REM sleep. You feel something in your hand, and you look up and you feel the thorns of like a rose, and there's no rose in your hand. You just feel like you're clenching a rose, and the thorns are in your hand, and your hand starts bleeding. The blood forms into like, it kind of like moves from your arm down your arm, and it forms into its own like blob, and then it starts going into the form of a rose, and then it disappears. And so like you have this like strange dream that you have. Ardath, as you lay down, your raven is no longer with you. You can't see it. Whenever all the birds screeched and went crazy, your raven did the same thing.
Okay.
And you no longer have a raven. This bothers you, I'm sure, because that raven has been with you for a really long time, and it's weighing on your mind as you go to sleep. You fall asleep, and around the same time that Baz has this dream of the rose, you fall asleep, and you see Roxy wrapped in this weird, like, it's white and gray and silver, and it shines, and it's slowly, something's wrapping her up, and she's hanging upside down, and this, whatever it is, it's wrapping her up, and now she's like in a cocoon of some kind of weird mesh of like silver and gray and white, and you see just in the darkness like thousands and thousands of eyes in the darkness, and they all blink at once, and then you don't see any more of the dream. Okay. Roxy, you have a pleasant sleep. You dream of nothing. Uthal, you fall asleep, and as you fall asleep, and you, around that same time when you hit your REM sleep, you dream of yourself as you are now, small and tiny. You stand there before a grave, and then all of a sudden you feel yourself become taller again, and you look down at your hands and you see them, but instead of your hands just looking down and seeing your hands themselves, your hands are covered in blood. And instead of the grave being dug, or like, you know, covered, the grave is empty. And you see nothing in the grave. And that's the end of your dream. And that is where we're going to leave it for tonight. Sorry, Roxy. You got a pleasant dream. you got a nice sleep.
Just everyone else having horrible dreams. Roxy's just over there chilling, just like.
Well, I think for Roxy, this was a great day for you. Like, you have nothing weighing on your mind, no worries. Other than like, you're like, ooh, this person now, you know, like, it has been great for you. You came, you saved people, you did what you have always wanted to do, is help people, and you have been doing that more so than you've ever felt like you've done in the past. Other than like, and you did it in a way that wasn't stealing from someone or doing anything like that. You did it in a very legal way. So just being sure we still have a threat. We do not have a threat. Wary Wolf, your threat was when the two conjoined together, and the other threat that Rage Strike did earlier was the... Oh yeah, actually we might still have a threat. I didn't see that other donation. Rage Strikes. Oh, yours was I buffed that creature. So the one that the two that conjoined, I never got to use the power. I buffed him, so he actually had like more health, more con, more dex, and more strength. That was what I did. I upped the threat. Sorry. Good point, Werewolf. I was like, I swear I did everything, because I was writing it down. I was like, okay, I still owe this, I still owe that. I was trying to find like story ways to add them in. This has been very exciting. It's like a lot of like improv throwing at you all at once. But I'm glad it can culminate into like an actual story and be epic, though. I think changing it this way, where people can't like come up with stuff, is much better, because it doesn't take away from the story. It's like we're still building upon it. But you feel cheated? If you feel cheated, I can make another threat. I think that they did kill it, unfortunately. So they did a lot of damage. It was because of that other wild. It's because you guys donated a wild magic, and it made Roxy do double damage. It's insane.
That was. Oh my god.
Okay. I was not expecting it to die. I was like, I didn't even get to hit once with the large creature.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, Roxy's now the party DPS.
Yeah. Like, you're a healer and you're DPS now. Like, what is happening? People are going to be like, you can't be out this week. We need you. We got a raid boss that's happening.
Well, they both can't be out this week, because you need both of them.
Oh, you need them together. That's right. Yeah, so thank you guys for all of you who have donated. This is amazing. Let's check where we are actually right now. We are at $3,640. We are so close. Our next thing is at $4,000, and that is when we unlock Magros. When we unlock that, similar to D&D, how we have like these things where you can donate to affect the game, you can donate to affect the painting, which will be an interesting journey. And I will probably be giving those paintings out to people who are high donators, is probably what I'm going to do. So yeah, the top donator will actually get like the big painting that I'm going to do, and that's going to be a nice painting. It's not going to be one that's going to be made from this, because I don't want them to get like a messed up painting. But we'll see. But yeah, I think you guys, that was freaking amazing. Thank you guys so much for donating. Like I said, and I always try to remind people, is don't forget that when you donate for causes like this, you can write it off in your taxes. So just remember that. Like, donations, not like you're helping a ton of people, but you can also remember when you're doing your taxes to write up and get the information from your donations, because you can kind of get that money back in some way for being a good person. So you don't immediately have the money, but later you can get it later. So thank you guys so much. We raised a crap ton of money. We have been raising so much money through D&D. You know, like me and the other admins, or like, I guess we call them the community team here, have been just talking about like what we can do to raise money for St. Jude, and I think this one has definitely been super successful. And also it's very exciting and fun. It makes for some really interesting things happen in the game, which are actually pretty fun. I think that it made that battle so crazy. but like in a really cool way. It took 2 episodes. They haven't even started the quest, and my favorite part is they can't even really do the quest unless they remember what was on that paper. Unless Vand comes back. But Vand is currently disappeared. Yeah, I'm gonna let everybody kind of have their last words. They can give a shout out to somebody or something or whatever they want to say. But I just want to say thank you guys all for being a part of this, and thank you for that lovely RP at the end. You guys did a great job of keeping in character. So don't forget that you will start in the beginning tomorrow with inspiration. And something that I want to remind you guys is on your core sheet, on the right hand underneath flaws, there is like resources, and you can also add a plus to that. You can add your natty 1s and natty 20 or natty 1s and natty 0s there if you haven't already, to keep track of them. So I would recommend doing that now. So however many you have left now, adding a resource, saying 1, saying 0s, so you don't forget. It'll just make it easier, and that way I can look at your sheet and I can easily see that stuff too. And you should all start with inspiration the next time you join us. So make sure that inspiration in the top left is marked, because you guys did an amazing job. That was beautiful thing. And I think that I'm probably gonna give people level ups. We'll see. I did tell people I would level them up quickly, so I think you guys, all 4 of you, will get a level up. And if I'll let Frank know that he can also get 1 level as well, because you guys killed a lot of stuff. I think that was more than a level up worth of experience.
I mean, they were all level 5 creatures too.
They're CR4, so technically
they were
each
CR5,
one of them
sorry.
is meant to be beat by 4 people, so it's supposed to be a party of 4. But yeah, it's a party of 4 at level 4. But yeah, so you guys killed like a lot of them. So just yeah, and the one that I would have, the one that like conjoined together, that was like a CR6. So good thing, because it could have one shot of one of you. So I was like, oh, I didn't get to hit you, but I know you guys have ways to revive, like heal people, so I'm not afraid of like hitting you guys.
That's why I stayed in the water.
I stayed back because Roxy
What I was
is
surprised
squishy.
you guys didn't do was move the water towards the fire creatures, because fire creatures water does double damage to fire creatures. You guys could have done like a nature roll.
Enough anymore to try.
Yeah, you guys could have rolled a nature roll or something to figure it out, like what they're immune to, things like that.
That's what I was thinking. I was about to say, just like push them into the water, but I was like, no, that's
Yeah,
probably
you
not
can
gonna work.
grapple creature and put it in the water or something. Yeah. Cool. I will just let you guys go around, say whatever you want as your final words, and we'll end for the evening. So we'll start with Bez.
Hello. I had a blast. This was so fun. It was really cool getting to do a little bit of RP with you guys, and I had a lot of fun. And as always, thank you guys for donating. That's so awesome. And I think that's about it. You can follow me on Twitter at S_DELONE. If you'd like. I don't tweet too much, but if you want. Other than that, have a good one, everyone.
Awesome. And Roxy, our newest member, not to the fleet, but to the show here for the D&D stream for the SVK4KIDS.
Thank you everyone for this lovely game. Like honestly, I was honestly nervous about this because
I know, I was like, don't be nervous. I was like, you're gonna be fine. I know you're nervous about being on camera and also the D&D bit, but I was like, you're gonna be fine.
Oh yeah, it was fun. I'm really glad I got to do this, so thank you. Also, I don't really use Twitter, but if you are in the Discord for the Space Vikings, I'm occasionally there. I'm very lurk. So like unless you ding me directly or whatever, I'll just show up. So
Yeah, I put the exclamation point Discord in chat, so you guys can always mention people on our Discord. So if you wanted to talk to, Tech Priest by himself, you can always just spam him a message.
Because I'm usually at work.
And of course, we've got Ardoth.
This has been immensely fun. I've been in campaigns where the dice have sort of like dictated how things have turned out. But
Oh,
this
this
just
has.
takes that to a whole nother level, and it's awesome. So thank you very much to everyone who's been donating. Not only is it a great cause, it also means that we get to have a blast just dealing with the sheer random chaos. So yeah, awesome. And yeah, I'm generally around on Discord and stuff rather than Twitter. So yeah, if anyone does want to talk to me, that's where you find me.
Roxy hasn't quite figured out how to drive her ship yet, so she's having some control troubles. Might need to get a co-pilot or something. It just looks in your ship, you're just like, it's funny. And of course, Uthal, you finally got to do some stuff kind of today. You poor Uthal.
I did damage.
You did a thing.
So, you can find me on Twitter at Shade2150. I mostly just retweet what Maggie tweets. It was a blast. So, thanks for everyone who donated and stuff. Sorry about making your phone vibrate, Tech Priest.
You're good.
Everyone's in the Discord just pinging him right now.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
no, that's why I grabbed my phone. I was holding it like, stop.
Oh, is that why your phone's shaking? Is because everyone's spamming you on Discord? That is really funny. I didn't know that. I was making fun of you.
Rage was spamming me. It's just like, I can hear your phone vibrating. And I'm like, that's my camera. That's why it's vibrating.
Oh my God, that's so good. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Obviously, you guys have been amazing players. I know for some people who are kind of like new to D&D, this is going to be like a perfect way for people to get into it, and we're doing our best to like kind of hold your hand and make your way through it. I think, you know, for instance, like Tech Priest was kind of like really nervous about it. I was like, don't be nervous about it, because like once we start going, you forget about the fact that you're on camera, because you're just like, oh God, I gotta think about what my next attack is gonna be and what I'm gonna be doing, and worrying about your RP. I think that's one of the things that I'm always like, when people ask me, why don't you talk more in chat during shows? It's like, because half the time I'm like real into into the show. It's the only time whenever I'm like not in the scene, that's when I can kind of like look off to the side. But especially in those big combats, if you have to keep repeating what's happening, it gets kind of like a little annoying for viewers. So I appreciate that you guys are all paying attention and like working really hard. And oh my God, that RP was great at the end. I loved it. I hope you loved your dreams, minus Roxy. Hope you enjoyed your pleasant sleep. The others are horrified. Probably didn't get as much sleep.
Yeah, I mean, most people would probably have bad dreams.
If you guys enjoyed this, I do a ton of tabletop RPG stuff, not only on this channel, but on Roll For It, as well as Lost Initiative Show. And I will be joining the Table Story crew, not this week, but next week as well. So I'll be doing a lot of stuff. I don't plan to stop. I love it. You can also follow me at Margaret Krohn on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And then also my gaming YouTube channel is youtube.com/MargaretKrohnPlays, where I upload new gameplay videos every single day. Right now we are uploading the D&D stuff from Children of the Storm Castle. So if you'd like to see 10th level D&D with this chaos added on top of it, we did a 7-hour stream with a bunch of people who are awesome YouTubers and streamers, and Frank. He just was also added on there, who's my community manager and for the Space Vikings. And that was a lot of fun. If you want to check it out, the end battle for that is insane. And so we'll be uploading that, and then we'll be uploading last week's of this all throughout next week, and then so on and so forth. So there's a lot of content. I put out a lot of content. Basically every day there's a new YouTube channel video, and every day there is a new stream coming out. So stay tuned for more content.